Hey guys, it's me, Lasso64 here, and I'm sorry for the late video, but this is just a video on the 4/2/25 Nintendo Switch Direct, my personal opinions on it. Yeah, that's about it. Let me just get right into it. First off, I'd like to comment on Mario Kart as a whole. Mario Kart World looks really exciting, and I'm interested in seeing the Direct for it. I will say I'm concerned at this current moment because we don't see anything about the battle mode, but for the most part it looks really good. I'm excited for it. Though that $80 price tag, I will say this right now, I think a lot of people complain about price tags a little too much. The only two things I think are overly priced, in my personal opinion, is Mario Kart World for $80 and the Switch 2 Welcome Tour, which we'll get into in a little bit. But Mario Kart World looks like a genuinely exciting game, and I'll probably pick it up, honestly. I think everything looks amazing. The Grand Prix mode just looks genuinely interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited to play Knockout Tour with my friends online, and just in general, I think free roam could be really interesting. I just have a couple small worries. One, the character roster is insane for both good and bad reasons, but the bad reason is the fact that all of I feel like we don't see enough returning characters who we haven't seen stuff like the Koopalings. We haven't seen characters like Diddy Kong. We haven't seen those kind of characters. That's concerning me a little bit, but I'm excited to see where this goes. And for that 4/7/25 direct on it, I'm predicting the story mode and maybe a little bit more about the battle mode, and that's about it. I'm at least hoping for the battle mode to show up. And yeah, besides that, I'm really excited. Next up, mentioned in the direct was how the C button works. And as expected, it was chat. Chat was the main thing I was thinking it was going to be. And honestly, I'm interested in seeing it. And it just, my one concern is Nintendo Online is in general is pretty laggy. So I'm kind of concerned it's going to be generally miserable to use. After that, they bring up how you can share games through online. You can it's called Game Share. And the fact that we haven't gotten this prior to this moment is kind of depressing, but better late than never. Then after that, we just get some smaller stuff about what the console can do, how it can upscale to 4K is the thing I'm most excited for, when I'm playing it in TV mode. And yeah, that's about it for the hardware stuff. Now to the Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Honestly, the Switch 2 Welcome Tour, it looks interesting. I honestly at first thought it was going to be the home screen, and it's not. And the game is $10. Part of the reason I waited to do this video is because a lot of misinformation or a lot of information that just wasn't revealed yet, as well as I wanted to wait for the tree houses. But yeah, the Welcome Tour is $10, which is ridiculous. I think, in my personal opinion, it should be free, but I think it should not become pre-installed with the system. I think you should be able to buy it separately, so you don't have people who don't really want it being on there. Besides that, we got some other updates. We got the new Pro controller, which I might have to get, with the audio jack. Seems pretty interesting. And we learned about Nintendo Switch 2 editions, which there's a lot of misinformation. We have to pay money for upgrades. It's not that. It's the fact that many of them come for free, where other older games like Mario Odyssey or those kind are all updated automatically. Or at least a couple of them that they currently mentioned. And then we get Switch 2 editions, which are Mario Party Jamboree, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and then we have ones for Metroid Prime 4 and Legends EA coming. Honestly, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom are the only ones I think are bad. They're kind of underwhelming, and I feel like you probably should be able to get them for free. And I should be able to, because they say with the expansion pack, you should be able to get them for free, so that's cool. Jamboree TV looks generally exciting, and I forgot to mention the camera. The camera looks pretty cool. I'll mention more about it later. Sorry I didn't mention it, but Jamboree TV looks interesting. I might finally pick up Mario Party Jamboree. I was intending to in the first place. And the Kirby and Forgotten Land DLC looks pretty exciting, honestly. All Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom I both own, as well as Forgotten Land. So for Forgotten Land, I'm definitely just gonna get the pack for it. And everything else they really revealed involving the pack seems interesting. I don't know how many more games will get it. I'm assuming Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven are probably going to get it. Besides that, I can't really think of much more. Then we got to move on to the new IP, Drag X Drive, or whatever you want to call it. It's the wheelchair basketball game. It seems entertaining, but I'm concerned about a couple things. First off, its price. I would not pay $70 for this, let alone 60. At most, I would pay is 40, and that's if like I'm being really generous. This game really doesn't seem like it's got much to it. It seems entertaining enough, but I just don't really see why I'd want to play it for too long. Like there just doesn't seem to be much like unique about it. Maybe it'll show off more later, but there's like a one gray chord. Like it looks really basic and boring, even for Nintendo standards. I mean, I'm excited for the online parts. I might play with some of my friends, but besides that, I don't really see any other reasons. Then we get an onslaught of third parties, which this is the part of the direct where I kind of started to check out because it's like halfway through, and the rest of it's more or less third parties. We get Elden Ring, which Elden Ring I probably will pick up. I've been meaning to pick it up, and I might as well get on the Switch too. Hades 2 looks interesting. I might pick that up, you know. And in general, we get a bunch of other games that are interesting. We get Tony Hawk's 3+4. We get the new GoldenEye game. We get the new Hyrule Warriors game, which Age of Imprisonment. I might buy, honestly. Looks interesting. We'll see. Okay, so you know how I mentioned I have Zelda Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom. I sort of lied. Okay, I have Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, but I've only played Breath of the Wild. Another one of my family members owns Tears of the Kingdom and plays it. So what I was thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up Breath of the Wild, which I've been playing through. I haven't had much amount of time, so I mentioned that before. So I'm going to finish that up, Breath of the Wild. Then I'm going to get the Hyrule Warriors game, Age of Calamity. Finish that. Then play the Tears of the Kingdom version on the Switch too. And then probably play this Hyrule Warriors game. But yeah, seems pretty interesting. Then after they get GameCube Online revealed, which is probably the most interesting and least interesting part of the Direct, because we get Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. And that's it. Yeah. That's the only real part I really didn't like about, like, the GameCube Online was, I'm excited it's finally here. But, like, it's just, like, 3 games, really. Like, I get not having Melee or Mario Kart Double Dash at the launch, because you don't want to, like, overshadow other games, and Smash 64 isn't even on Switch Online yet, so I wasn't expecting it, but, yeah, more or less. And I think all the games coming in the future are cool. Luigi's Mansion, Mario Strikers, Chibi Robo, Coliseum, and XD. All cool. Just the lineup of only 3 games is kind of underwhelming. Then, after that, we get Deltarune 3+4. Don't really have much to mention about that. I don't really play it. Then we get a bunch of others. We get a big old sizzle reel. We get Cyberpunk. We get we just get a bunch of smaller stuff. And then we get Dusk Bloods, which it's a multiplayer game. This is one of the things I waited for. It didn't reveal much about it, so I kind of wanted to wait. But yeah, it just seems interesting. I might pick it up. I just want to know more information about it, though. And then after that, we get Kirby Air Riders, which seems interesting enough. I might play it. Why not? It's just one of those games we don't have much revealed about. And then we finally get our new Donkey Kong game, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I probably should have predicted. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting. Now for a bit of a separate side tangent relating all this stuff. First I'm just going to mention what I plan to get at launch and that kind of stuff. I think I'm probably going to just pre-order it at launch. I think I'm going to get the Mario Kart bundle. I think I'm going to buy the Pro Controller, a camera. And for games, I'm probably going to buy the Welcome Tour just because what the heck. And then besides that, I might get Street Fighter, 6. And yeah, I think that's about all I'll probably get at launch. And I mentioned I'm probably going to play Tears of the Kingdom at launch too. And obviously GameCube Online. But yeah. There's a lot of controversy involving the Switch too, which some of it I understand, but some of it's a little stupid, honestly, I just think a lot of it's kind of over just a lot of stupid stuff. I think $80 for Mario Kart is ridiculous, but I think some people complain about the fact that Switch 2 games are $70 now, just dude, we were lucky that there were $60 for the longest period of time, we're lucky. And I mentioned the Welcome Tour, I don't really like the price, so yeah. Besides that, I like to mention 2 of my predictions that didn't really show up, and those were F-Zero and 3D Mario. It seems like Donkey Kong Bonanza is made by the 3D Mario team, so 3D Mario is looking a little rough right now, probably not going to get it for a little bit. And F-Zero, I was half expecting an F-Zero game, but, I guess I'll just wait for the rest of my life. Yeah, well, my predictions prior to this, which I have the big old list. I'm just going to go over all the ones that I got right and wrong. And more or less, here, let me pull it up on my other end. But yeah, I think for predictions wise, I think I did pretty decently, honestly. I feel like I definitely could have done better, but also could have been significantly worse at the exact same time, so I'll take it. As I mentioned, I made this list with my friend, so, just pull it up real quick. Here. So first off on the list, I predicted. The first thing we predicted was we predicted New Kirby, which we were right about. Then the special edition Switch 2, sort of right about that. The C button, which we predicted. Mouse mode, predicted. Monster Hunter Wilds did not come true. Mario Kart 9 we predicted. 3D Mario was surprisingly not there. Metal Gear Solid Delta, we got wrong about. NSO GameCube, we were right. I've been like on my Switch 2 bingo cards, I've been like asking for it, and it finally happened. Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't happen. Switch 1 playtest game didn't happen. Kid Icarus Uprising port. The Switch 2, which was our free blank space, we got right, obviously. Doom in the Dark Ages surprisingly wasn't there. The new UI and themes. The new UI and themes, honestly, I saw the eShop. I'm kind of disappointed that they just like don't have like music, and there's no really new UI. It's technically new, so I guess I kind of got that one right, but like it's just underwhelming. That's the one thing I'm kind of mad about. Switch 1 enhancements we got right. New Fire Emblem was wrong. New IP other than the playtest is what we put down. We were right about that. Marvel Rivals we got wrong. Elden Ring was there. Metroid Prime 4 was there. AI graphics was not there. A Nintendo social media app. I mean, I guess technically. Then the Final Fantasy VII Remake was there, yep. And the new Star Fox we got wrong. So yeah, all things considered, I mean, it's pretty cool Nintendo Direct. Sorry this took longer than expected.